Coach Jan Jan says your show on when she speaks death on you makes me think I've died 1,000 times. Looks like I'm going to have to die 1,000 more. He says, never give up peace, quiet, and freedom. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And ladies, I'm going to tell you. Okay, I'm going to tell you. If you missed my critique on women speaking life into you, there's a thing called death by 1,000 cuts. Death by 1,000 cuts. Death by 1,000 cuts. Many men are dying in the hands of their relationships with women because women are killing them slowly, right? And as a result, you lose confidence as a man. And she's not speaking life into you. She's slowly cutting you, and you're slowly bleeding out. And you wonder why every day you deal with this. Just as like, black people in America, every day they've dealt with some sort of reality, and they don't know it's cutting them, it's killing them. So it takes men longer, black men, to recover and become who they need to become. And oftentimes they have to rip the Band-Aid off. Oftentimes they have to, lash out on others. And same thing in relationships. The woman's constantly just nitpicking at you. And because it's doesn't seem abusive, we accept it. We accept this type of abuse, but we're supposed to be tough. Our egos are not supposed to be fragile. All right. We're supposed to put up with it. We're supposed to be able to handle her. Right. We're supposed to handle a woman like this. We don't realize how much abuse that women put up on us. And because their fists are not as strong physically, but their tongues are as equally or are stronger than our fists, we're supposed to put up with it. We're supposed to put up with rejection. Like, how many people have told you, oh, you're supposed to just deal with rejection? No, you don't, bruh. No, the fuck you don't. Now, there's some things that make you stronger. Rejection and abuse, yeah, that ain't it, bruh. All right. You can get stronger as a man without being subjugated to abuse and rejection. Rejection is one thing. Like, we're talking about humiliation. Like, rejection is part of life. Humiliation is not a part of life. Can I give you another example of this? You guys know that movie stars, although we see them as rich and successful, they're actually very insecure. And one of the reasons why they're insecure is they're constantly facing rejection. The reality is we never see their rejections. We only see their success. But they're constantly getting cut down. They're constantly getting judged. They're constantly told they're not good enough. They're not black enough. They're not white enough. They're not masculine enough. They don't have a mustache. They're too fat. They're too skinny. They can't fit in this role. This more wasn't written for you. Most actors and celebrities are incredibly insecure because every time they're trying to go for a movie role and get a job, they're constantly being rejected. They audition, rejection. It's only until you find out certain people audition for certain roles, you realize they've been rejected. And so their insecurities are great. When you see them, they're always like really mousy and weird. It's because they're constantly being rejected. But we only see when they're successful. Okay. As a result of this, they develop this, defense mechanism, and they don't feel successful at the same time. And it takes people years to get over this. It takes them years to get over this. And people have to fight through it, and they don't want to go back to a regular job, so they got to constantly fight through it. When you understand that, you understand what men go through. Men are constantly being told, deal with rejection, get through it, and this is not a big deal. But it does make men very insecure and or defensive. They then do lash out to this, and they don't know it. Same thing as married men. They're constantly dealing with rejection from their own wife. Their own wife is rejecting them on pussy for 20 days out of the goddamn month. And then you wonder why they're henpecked and controlled. You wonder why they lack self-esteem. You wonder why these men don't lead. How can you lead a house and I got to beg for pussy? I want you to ask this question, ladies. How do you expect the man to have the self-esteem to lead the house, and he's got to beg for 15 minutes worth of pussy, and he gets rejected 20 days out of 30? And he's got to wait for your diarrhea to clear up and you're bloated and your hormones to fucking balance out and your goddamn pussy to stop bleeding like a stuffed pig. How is he supposed to lead? How's he supposed to get up in the morning and guard the perimeter? Right? Like when he's constantly just getting rejected from his own wife. Like this is an incredibly humiliating, what they used to call a humiliation ritual, marriage. Marriage and relationships is an absolute humiliation ritual. I got some videos to show y'all, so I'm going to get on with the show. All right, but if you wanted to know, that's the reality. All right, you got to go through just straight up humiliation just to deal with a soggy titty woman in your life. All right, and y'all are choosing these soggy titty women. All right, just getting humiliated, rejected, dejected. But of course, you're going to have to show up and pay the bills and pay the rent. You're going to have to show up and do what you're supposed to do as a man.
Your rent's due, motherfucker.
And then when you crash out, he's abusive. All right. They're constantly abusing you guys. They get away with so much abuse. In fact, I mean, I could go on and on. They get away with so much abuse, and you're supposed to just power through it and deal with it. And, yes, dear, happy wife, happy life. For an incredibly subpar woman or average. Ooh, I have to admit myself, like a lot of guys will tell you they banging the best women out here. They lying the fuck, they lying. You know why? Because there's not that many good-looking women in the world. There's women, but there's not that many incredibly good-looking ones. So you ain't banging all of them. We know this for a goddamn fact. Most of us are putting up with average and subpar women bullshit. That's who sends us to the red pill. I want you to think about this. The woman that got you to see and pull up CGA, KS, and the likes. Look at the woman's picture. Pull her picture up right now on your fucking phone. The woman that led you, is she a fucking model? Is she an Instagram model? Is she a stripper? Is she a high quality woman? Is this bitch like a 9 in Monaco? No, this is a soggy, subpar, average bitch. All right, I'm going to tell you that right now. Just a regular, cantankerous, unhappy, miserable human being. All right, and you put up with this. Look at y'all's baby's mamas. Look at y'all baby mamas, including myself. Is this a model? Is this a top-notch bitch? Is this a bitch you would show proudly and be like, this the woman that sent me to the red pill? All right, nope. It's an average woman. A Ku Klux Keisha, a fat black woman, all right, a soggy white bitch, all right, it ain't no, it's a gordita. Or gordita, all right, it's barely going to be like some hot Chiquita. It ain't going to be no top-notch ling-ling. It's going to be an average ling-ling, an average-looking ling-ling. She take her eyelashes out, and she looking like this right here.
What kind of fuck you give me?
Straight NPC, 4 at best, maybe a 5, possibly a 6. Possibly a 6. Possibly. And y'all niggas in here emotional. Yeah, see, because women do this and women do that. And it was a 4. A 5. It wasn't no 22-year-old fine-ass bitch, right, that walking in the club with the nice heels and shit. It wasn't her that sent you over here. It was a regular broad. And I want you to think about this. This is what you guys put up with. You subjugate yourself to this reality. And I'm like, dude, you better than this, bruh. It wasn't no pretty ling-ling. It was an Americanized ling-ling that was completely using and abusing you and shit like that. It wasn't no ling-ling born in some island in the Philippines just happy to be here. Completely, what do I call it? Contrarian. Contrarian, what do I call it? I can't remember what I call the ling-ling that does it. An Americanized one. So this is the reality that men deal with. You guys complain about how what women put you through, but when you think about who the woman was that put you through the bullshit, it was her. And did she like herself? No, she cannot possibly walk by a mirror and like herself. This woman, condescending, thank you. By the way, it's a condescending ling-ling. That's an Americanized ling-ling. All right, she has a Valley Girl accent. but she be looking like
What kind of fuck you give me?
it was a condescending ling that you were dealing with, completely abusing you. All right, little by little. All right, but look at this. This is the woman right here. And I'm going to tell you, she cannot possibly walk by one mirror and like herself. So what does she do? You're next to her. So she lashes out on you. And you put up with it one by one, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. And then you're like, well, she's ugly, so she should be able to respect and be loyal and honor me. And guess what? Okay. She walks by the mirror every day in the morning and hates herself. So guess what? She hates you for being there. All right. She cannot possibly understand why you're there. All right. Because look, you got to imagine that some of y'all bodies built like this too. Some of y'all bodies, how do you pass a mirror and like yourself looking like this? You know what I mean? So what do you got to do? You got to lash out on the people close to you and shit. Like, you see what I mean? Like this is the most important part of the show. The main event is not. This is when I start getting warmed up, right about the 2-hour mark. All right, and telling you to start giving you some fucking reality checks to look at your life. Look at your life. Look at the women you're dealing with. Look at the life you're accepting. Look at the people that are abusing you that you accept abuse from. I mean, if I accept abuse from a woman, this bitch gonna be a 9 or a 10 on the scale of international scale of beauty. International scale of beauty. If she's below a 9 or a 10, I'm running shit. I'm running shit. And as soon as she act up sideways, bitch, you got to go. Walking papers. All right, I ain't taking no bullshit from no regular woman. 876-5432 or 1. All right. All right, bitch, you replaceable out here. 8s are goddamn on the goddamn clearance rack right now. I can get 8s at prime prices right now. Right. So y'all got to figure out how to fucking boss up out of this shit.
You better boss up, nigga.
All right, but you free punani ninjas are a disgrace because these be the women out here right here. All right, and then when they trip out on you, coach, my baby mama tripping. All right, let me see a picture of your baby mama. Okay, no, you were tripping, sir. You were tripping. You were tripping. I don't know why you even let this woman have an opinion in your life. Right? You know, women like this be having an opinion of your life, making you give up and sacrifice all the things you can accomplish. And this be the woman. Hey, man, this be the woman telling you you ain't shit. These are the women telling you you don't need a travel and passport by yourself. These be the women that say, well, you ain't never gonna make money. Right? These be the women that be speaking death into your life. Come on, man. We got to stop. We got to stop with the bullshit. Got to stop with the bullshit. We do it to ourselves, man. We do this shit to ourselves. All right, look, let's get to this evil world we live in here.
It's an evil world we live in.
You guys are a disgrace. All right, you guys are a disgrace to yourself. The people dragging you down are worthless human beings, bro. They ain't gonna do nothing for you, and they just dragging you down. Be content. Be comfortable with this. This is the best you're gonna do. Why? This is fine. No, it ain't. I'm gonna live my life out. I'm gonna live my life out without you, and you won't do it. Won't take you very long. Just put it down. 1 year, 2 year. You'll completely elevate over the rest of the people. Tell me I ain't lying. Press the 1 in the chat. Tell these people it's the truth. The minute you live the free agent lifestyle and you actually start doing shit, you completely elevate them. 1 or 2 years. Elevate your life out of mediocrity. Because mediocrity is literally below average in America. Like, you don't need Porsches and all of that shit. You don't need it. It's nice to have. But mediocrity is below average in America. And they literally will have people settle you for that shit. And then the minute you just say, man, fuck these people, let me do what I want to do. 2 years out of it, you completely elevate way above them. And you're like, damn, I literally was settling for that shit. I literally was settling for that. All right, but again, some of you bum ninjas, you got to be set aside. And I set aside you. I set you guys aside, right? You try to make me live by your bum ass standards. And I'm like, you're a bum. All right. Now, you're a mediocre bum. You're an average bum. You're not a bum on the streets, but to me, you're a bum. All right. I'm not going to live by your standards. All right. I create the fucking standard. I have the standard. This is my standard right here. Not your bum ass. Not your life. This is my lifestyle right here. This is my damn manual. This is the standard I live by right here. And wait till Free Agent Lifestyle 2.0 comes out, because you're going to see what my standard looks like in 5 years. Right? What I got set for myself in 5 fucking years. Right? Because this right here was to get me out of bum mediocrity. This manual will get you out of bum mediocrity. All right. The next level is going to get your ass right to the fucking top. And it's not crowded up there. It's not crowded. It's only a few people up there. If you want to have a party and be social and hang out and do normie shit, nah. When you get the Free Agent Lifestyle 2.0, it's going to be fucking. It ain't going to be a lot of people up there. It's going to be you and your motherfucking life. That's what's going to be up there. You're going to have so much. Woosah. You're going to have so much time on your hands. You're going to be like, shit. It's going to be quiet up there. And it's going to be the mountain peak. How many people up at the mountain peak having a party and smoking weed? Not that many. All right. It's going to be people up there that done died on the way up there. Might be me, but I'm going to get to that motherfucker. It's going to be peaceful. You won't hear that much bullshit. And you can literally get away from the people that are down at the fucking bottom of the goddamn mountain looking up, wishing they can climb up there, wishing they can live up there. All right. You're going to be up there. And it's going to be total solitude and shit. Anybody ever went skiing and you fucking take that ski lift to the top? How many people are up there? Not that many motherfucking people up there. And it's quiet as a motherfucker. It's quiet. You be like, woo, wee. And it's a lot of people that wish they could get up there on that goddamn ski lift, but they too scared. They too scared. All right, but anyway, let me get in here. It's the evil world we live in. Let's go. Let's go. Okay.
It's an evil world we live in.
It's an evil world